We are
Two girls.
on a fast ride. Hello, everybody. Hello, Lynn. How are you today?
Hi, really good, Marie. How are you?
I'm doing fine, and you look fantastic. I
Aw,
love the
thanks.
color, the hair, everything is so in place.
Thank you so much.
Yes, yes, and it's been a while we didn't talk about the weather, but it's been like a couple of days in a row that weather is great, so that gives us energy.
We had the most amazing thunderstorm last night.
Really?
It was like really loud and booming and the lightning, and then it just poured. It was like about 4 or 5 o'clock, and it
Wow.
was really, yeah, it was very, very cool. We needed it.
Yes.
And we got like a good amount of rain, which was nice.
I was at festival just for laugh yesterday, and it was sunny, and it was just a little bit of wind, not too hot, not too
Yeah.
humid. It was an amazing day yesterday to be
Oh,
outside, and all day and all evening.
oh, so
It
nice.
was a great, great weather. So yeah, we had a good temperature here in near close to Montreal.
But
And
I actually got some great feedback from somebody who happened to be searching me on Facebook because we go to yoga together. And she said, I had no idea that you do the things that you do. She goes, I was just exploring. She says, I saw your video. Was that ever good? Two girls on a fast track. And I
love
said,
this.
good. I'm so happy you found us.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. And one of my customer this morning also said that she listened to the first four ones in a row.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is so cool.
Oh,
Feel
nice.
free to comment, to give us
Yeah,
some comments. Yes. Subscribe,
absolutely.
guys. If you didn't do that already, subscribe. Click the bell for notification so you won't miss any episode that we are uploading every week, actually, after a short period of vacation because it's summer for everybody, and sometimes we're not available at the same time, Lynn and I. So we
That's right.
decided to take a couple of weeks off. But yeah, we do that every week. And today we're gonna talk. Lynn is gonna talk about a topic that something I don't do enough, and I look very forward for your tips and tricks on that. The importance of meditation.
Meditation, yes. So it's interesting because you have people who think that meditation is woo-woo and you don't need to do it.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm noticing more and more professionals, business owners, are using meditation as their way of developing creativity and just being able to manage situations that come up. So I thought I would take a science approach,
Oh,
the
cool.
scientific based benefits of meditation. So I have a few things that I wanted to talk about, and I want you to know that I I learned how to meditate more than 20 years ago when I was going through a separation, and I just found that I was not my best self. I knew that there was a way for me to just be better, and I didn't like how things were going, and I just didn't like my attitude. So I came across Wayne Dyer, who wrote The Power of Intention, and that's one of my all-time favorite books. And he wrote another book called Getting in the Gap. And Getting in the Gap is how I learned to meditate.
Okay.
And it introduced me to a form of meditation called Japa meditation. And I highly recommend. It's very easy to read. It's easy to listen to. There's a YouTube video on it that takes
Okay.
you through. And I'm not going to do it today, but I do want, I just want you to know that meditation is not about eliminating your thoughts and having a blank mind. Like
That's what
not,
that's what we
that's
think.
what people think.
Yes,
And
that's what I used to think too. Yeah.
that is not the intention of meditation. Your brain is wired to give us all sorts of thoughts and all sorts of reminders, and it's a big giant computer. Until you realize that you are not your thoughts, things are going to continue to be hard.
Yep.
When
I
you
agree.
realize I'm not my thoughts can come and go, And I don't have to listen. I don't have to pay attention to them, right? Because some of them are really stupid. Like like what wakes you up in the middle of the night? Like you're like, why am I thinking about that?
Yeah.
That's your thought, right? When we start to listen to our thoughts, that can be really destructive. So meditation allows you to find the peace in and amongst the 150,000 thoughts you have in a day.
Yeah. That's a big amount of
and when
thinking.
somebody has like attention deficit or some kind of a hyperactivity, that may be even more.
Oh,
So
totally.
meditation is even more important, right? So I just wanted to share with you some scientific based benefits of meditation. And then I'll talk to you a little bit about how to do it if we have some time, which I hope that we. So first off, it is a stress reducer. Meditation has been known to lower the stress hormone cortisol. We know that there's science that backs that up. Increased levels of cortisol cause inflammation, which ultimately, Marie, you and I both know, inflammation is what causes aging and what causes
a lot of issue health wise.
Yes, lots and lots of health issues. The cortisol, too much cortisol will disrupt your sleep, right? Because your adrenals are working in overdrive. Your blood pressure rises, your thinking becomes really cloudy. So I don't know about you, but I want clear thinking. When I'm making decisions, I want to know that I'm thinking clearly and I can take the logic and I can analyze things. So the stress hormone cortisol is reduced. That's a fact with meditation when you give yourself that time. Number 2, meditation actually helps control anxiety. When you have yoga, which you know I love, that pairs meditation and movement, right? Because you're mindful. If I'm going to tell you, if you are not paying attention to what you're doing in yoga, you're going to fall over. You're gonna feel ridiculous because
you can even hurt yourself. You can injure.
Yes. So you have to be present when you're doing yoga. So 8 weeks is the magic here. 8 weeks of practice. It doesn't have to be every day, although every day would be great. But if you want to do something, want to move while you're meditating, yoga is a great way to do it. And there's lots of great introductions to it. Number 3. Meditation promotes emotional health by reducing your negative thoughts. Here's the thing. When you're meditating, your thoughts are coming. You're still thinking. Your brain is still thinking. But what you're doing with meditating is you are accepting the thought. It's just a thought. And then you're letting it go. I release it. Some people think of the thought as being taken away by a balloon or taken away by a bird, or just, we're just saying, bye, see you later, just like a visualization of getting rid of that thought. So it promotes emotional health by reducing your negative thoughts. Number 4, it enhances self-awareness. You have better problem solving. It goes back to that clearer thinking.
Yes.
You've got better problem solving. I find that when I'm like this morning, I just had a morning that was just a little bit, it just caused me a little bit of anxiousness. So guess what? Before my 11 o'clock, I just went down to my favorite place and I meditated for 20 minutes. That was it. I came back very clear and rested and realized that what I was putting my attention on doesn't really matter. And
it was not worth the anxiety that it was bringing in it, right?
Not worth it. Yeah, it totally wasn't worth it. Who doesn't want an increased attention span so they can focus on the things that really matter? Yes. That's another benefit of meditation. Yes. It's like weightlifting for your attention span, right? And you know that when you lift weights, your muscles become stronger when you do it over time. That's what meditation does for your attention span, for your concentration, for your focus. Like anything, meditation is a practice.
Yes.
When you're in practice, life is good. When you're out of practice, not so great. So what else does, where else can you get all of these benefits: a reduction in stress, managing anxiety, promoting emotional health, enhancing your self-awareness, improving your attention span, help manage pain by reducing blood pressure, and help manage pain by like all of those things are really important. And the other great thing about meditation is it can be done anywhere.
Yep.
You can be sitting on a city bus. Your eyes don't have to be closed, although you can close them, but they can just be a little bit out of focus, just kind of looking down a little bit, and you can meditate for your bus ride.
Or let's say you see an image that you really like, you're on the bus and there's an ad or whatever, and it's like a beach and you can just focus on that. And
yes, the only place you can't meditate is when you're driving.
No, we do not recommend that.
And then what I would say to you is that mindfulness is also a form of meditation. Paying attention to what's going on around you is what you have to do with driving anyway.
Yes.
So driving can be a form of meditation, mindfulness for sure. But the meditation I'm talking about is actually, sitting quietly and building yourself up to 20 or 30 minutes a day. Okay. Now I'm already hearing people, I don't have 20 or 30 minutes a day, which takes me to my quote at the end of this.
Okay, so we need to remember why.
Okay. I'm going to say it twice. I'm going to say it now and I'm going to say it at the end. You should sit in meditation for 20 minutes every day. Unless you're too busy, then you should sit for an hour.
I love it.
Because if you're so busy that you don't have time, that's when you need it. So anyone who tells me they're too busy, I call BS. And I say to you, if you don't have time to focus on this, then you don't have time to take care of your health, and you better prepare for being in not great health as you age.
It builds up. It builds up. Yeah.
So one way or the other. So you see how it can be beneficial for professionals and business owners and parents and, really anybody, right? To take a form of meditation. Now, how do you do it? You sit quietly and you start. If you have to start at 1 minute, you start at 1 minute, and you breathe in and you breathe out more counts than you breathe in. So if you breathe in for 4, breathe out for 6. If you breathe in for 6, breathe out for 8. And what that does is it relaxes the parasympathetic nervous system, right? And the parasympathetic nervous system is that relaxation. Okay. It also calms the autonomic nervous system, which is responsible for your heartbeat, your breathing. It brings everything down to a nice chill state. It's like when you're listening to the best music, right? And you're just zoned into the music and you're just very relaxed. That's the kind of chill that you want to bring on with meditation. Now, there are going to be days where you're not going to feel like it, or you feel like it, but your brain's a little squirrely and you're going, right? That's the time you need to practice. Do not miss your practice. That day, maybe you only meditate for a couple of minutes, right?
But you still have to go for it.
Still do it. So every day, add another minute to your meditation until you get to 20 or 30 minutes. And any questions, Marie?
Well, not really question. I cannot give any example, but one that I did meditation. I mean, real meditation with somebody. She is a face yoga professional.
Yep.
Her name is Marie as well. And she made me meditate for, no, it's not that girl. It's another girl. Anyway, it doesn't matter. She made me meditate. We were on Zoom, 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
But after 2 minutes, I was feeling my leg going like, is it 2 minutes already? I mean, I was looking at the time and I said, I have to. So for me, it's really, really hard because I cannot stay concentrated when I try to meditate.
And that is the illusion of meditation.
Okay.
It's not about concentrating. It's not about, it's letting that go. It's not about, you know, is it been 2 minutes? Oh my gosh, I think it's been 2 minutes. You let that go. And you know that somebody's timing you, or you have a timer, you're not going to be late for anything. You have to consistently remind yourself, I'm back to meditating. I'm relaxed. I'm calm. And then there's no thought at all. And that happens for just a few seconds. And everyone's going to have a different experience with meditating. Yes. That's totally great. The joy is when you find the relaxation. It's the almost immediate benefits you get by learning how to sit quietly by yourself. That's the joy right there. And 1 minute becomes 2, 2 minutes becomes 3, and so on. And every minute you celebrate, right? So today is 1 minute. Guess what? After you're done 1 minute, woohoo, I did it. Tomorrow is 2. I promise you, by the time you get to 20 minutes, your brain is craving the rest.
I believe you, totally believe you. And I don't know why I did not continue after those 5 minutes we did together.
Yeah.
There was some really like music in the background, but it was really, really low. Yeah. But her voice, she was talking and she was saying to me, imagine you're sitting on nothing, and then the floor is changing color, whichever color you want to.
Guided meditation.
Yeah, exactly.
The guided meditation. And those are fantastic. In fact, I have an app called Insight Timer, and there's also Calm and Headspace and all sorts of YouTube videos. If you want introduction to meditation, there's going to be a ton of resources available to you. Yeah. And they're so easy it's so easy to start. You just have to keep doing it. It's a practice like anything else. Yes. It's a practice. You didn't get to where you are now and be the professional that you are without practice, without daily habits that got you here. I'm suggesting that meditation will enhance every single habit that you've developed for yourself.
It will enhance everything we do in life because of clarity, stress reducing, everything, all the benefit you name from the start. I mean, you can do like 15 minutes every day if you say, okay, my time is 15 minutes, but just do it.
Yeah, do it.
Just do it.
Agree.
So I'm talking to myself right now. Just do it.
There you go. There you go.
Well, you know, I think
like to meditate first thing in the morning. They like to do it last thing at night. Me personally, my best time is about 2:30 in the afternoon. I start to get that afternoon slump.
Yes.
And from 2:30 to 3 o'clock, I usually don't have anything scheduled. And that's my time to unwind. And
well, then I kind of do it without timing myself or what. I think I already said that before. When I go to bed, there's this very nice music with the pan flute that I put on my phone just to fall asleep. And I have to be honest, it clears my mind. I mean, and I find myself breathing more deeper. It's like I do it without knowing that I'm doing it, but that brings me to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Very, very easy.
Yeah.
It's kind of a meditation, but it's not intentional.
Yeah. So cool. So cool. Yeah.
So I need to do I need to do something intentional. I'll try it in the middle of the day like you do, and I'll give you guys some feedback on how it works. I'll start with like a couple of minutes and see how much minute is going to take for my knee to go like that.
And then you just acknowledge, hey, my knee's going crazy right now. All right. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? And just let it go. Just let it go.
I will do. Yeah. Please repeat, just before you repeat your quote, next topic is going to be interesting for those of you who are working with their life partners, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. Yep. If you are working with your life partner, this is the next topic we're going to talk about. So be prepared. Lynn, please say your quote again.
So my quote is a Chinese, philosopher. I can't even pronounce the name. You should sit in meditation for 20 minutes every day. Every day. unless you're too busy, then you should sit for an hour.
I love it. I love it. I think we should take the time to take care of our health, especially with all the benefits that it brings. We really hope you like the subject today, the topic. Give us some tips and tricks on how did you manage, or if you have some questions, ask them in the comment section down below, and Lynn is going to be very, very happy to answer them.
Absolutely.
Hey, bye, guys. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you so much for that very, very interesting podcast today.
Awesome. Have a great day, everyone.
Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye. We are two girls on a fast ride.